We built this network. We built this network on Scots with soul. Hiya! Hiya, everyone.
Hello.
I apologise for the really ghetto entrance, but as you can tell, Cod is not on the podcast this week, and the reason why is because I've taken over. It's mine now. Fuck you.
Hey, whoa.
I'm kidding.
Right? You might be hosting this my show.
Whoa, okay.
I'll tell you why Cod's not here a bit later on the podcast. But today on the podcast, I need to figure it out. Today on the podcast, we have His Holiness Stubzx, Killie, and Mr. Nipples himself, Absolute Scottish. How's everyone doing today, guys?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself?
We're doing alright. So, Scottish, what have you been doing this week?
You want the truth or you want to lie?
We can't handle this truth.
Okay,
I mean,
the truth is, I had the bomb squad at my house this week.
Oh, whoa, hold on. Elaborate.
Did you go for a massive shit?
Yeah, did you go for a
No.
massive shit?
Right, okay, just check.
I had a package
Mm-hmm.
delivered to my house.
Uh-huh.
Oh, was that the
No.
C4 I sent you? Fuck,
No.
I caught it, right.
Now, I had no idea what this package
Probably on a
was.
watch list or something now.
Quite possible.
I had no idea what this package was. I didn't order anything online. I wasn't expecting anything. Nobody has my new address yet. And I was like, what the... And then the postman was just like, I've got a parcel for you, mate. I didn't bother. Take it. Come in my room. I'm like, hold on. I wasn't expecting anything. So then, I'm like, did I open it? Did I not open it?
I think you should have.
Mate,
I
I
would
just
open
open
it.
shit that I get to.
I would
I'm like,
open
did I
it.
order anything? Fuck knows, I can't remember.
And then my dad was like, I'm phoning the police. I was like, what's the point? There's no point in doing that. It's probably just something stupid. So he phones the police. Police come out and like, alright, we're going to get the bomb squad just in case it's a bomb. I was like, well, I think if it's a bomb, it would have went off by now.
What?
And then,
So
like,
what was it? What was it?
Dildos.
2 seconds, let me get it.
Always gotta go get it. Oh.
It was a dildo. It was a
Dildo,
fucking
dildo, dildo, dildo.
Telling you, mate. Or it's this fleshlight. It's probably an anal fleshlight. That's what it is.
Right.
Is it a fleshlight replica of my arsehole?
No.
Right, okay, just checking.
So after the bomb squad came out, checked it was okay, they were like, yeah, it's clear. It was a set of these builder's ear defenders. And I was like, who the fuck is
Very
sending-"
explosive those things are.
Yeah. I was
You
like,
gotta be careful with that, man.
Okay, so Absolute Scottish has had the police at his door. Killie, what have you been up to?
I don't even know how to follow that, to be perfectly honest with you.
We should start with somebody else.
What I've been up to is finally finishing the most shitty, awful, most hate-filled game I've ever played in my life, Alien Isolation. It's finally over, uninstalled, never played it again. So I was glad that's out of the way.
Someone's got an echo, by the way, just saying.
Yeah.
no.
So you've been playing Alien Isolation.
Yep.
I quite like that game when I
Yeah.
played it.
It's good fun. It's just really stressful.
Yeah.
Yes, can you go away? I'm on the podcast. Bye.
Come here. No. Come here.
No, come here, come here.
Come on.
No,
Who was it?
no,
Who was it?
Who
it
was
was my wife.
Get
Oh,
your wife
get
on
her
here.
in. Fuck it, replace it with yourself.
Anyway, she was actually complaining about my other story. Now, you were worried that Absolute Scottish and, he'd done a really bad shit or something to make the bomb squad come.
Oh,
I've
God.
basically been doing runny liquid all day today, so it's a fucking disgusting.
That's because you've been
idea.
eating all those fucking kebabs, man.
haven't-
You've got to calm them.
This is the worst bit. I haven't even had one.
You need
If I'd had a
help, mate.
kebab, I
Maybe
could have
it's-
understood
maybe
that.
Maybe it's lack of kebab. That's
Maybe
the
it is
problem.
like a kebab.
You know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I
Maybe
should
he's
order one
right,
after the podcast.
Okay, I've got this theory, right? Killie actually has a kebab addiction. Same as myself. I've got an iron brew addiction. I'll admit to it. I get the shits. I've got the shakes. I've got everything when I'm not a can of iron brew. But I reckon Killie is just an absolute mess without kebabs. His body needs a kebab to feel
I wonder if
itself.
Killie's
Oh,
jaw like unhinges. Like ha.
You know,
I'm not a kebab.
You know what? You
Not
get-
Eckies, right?
you're actually making a bit of sense. I haven't had a kebab in a week, and it's just come on this weekend. I may have to do something later on after this
Cool.
podcast.
Right.
That makes sense.
Me myself on my channel, I have been playing Dark Souls for Technically, it's the second time because I played it the first time, didn't get past the first boss, and went and sack this. So I've been replaying it again, and that has been a barrel of laughs. I've never had as many clips made on my channel, and I've learned not to trust the person in my chat. So that's been fun. Lord Stubbs, what have you been up to this week?
Fuck all. I've been trying to play Red Dead. I've got a little bit in on stream, and then straight after that, my lovely girlfriend pulls me off to play Call of Duty.
Nice.
So I've not really been enjoying it. I've wanted to play fucking Red Dead, but I fucking can't. I swear, man. If I don't get to play enough Red Dead, I will be single within the 3 days. I've had like 7 or 8 hours into that game. It came out fucking Friday. I had it at midnight. Right, okay, sorry. I'm just
is she in the chat?
I don't know and I don't care. Sorry, I'm just getting a wee bit.
Yeah,
it hurts my feelings, right?
Speaking of Red Dead, recently there has been a boycott on the game. And the reason there's been a boycott is because of the working conditions that some of the... Oh my god, she's in the chat. Is because some of the working conditions that some of the workers endured. So some workers have said they've worked 100-hour weeks. And I've actually done a bit of maths on that. If you want to do a 100-hour week, you'd have to work nearly over 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. And...
Fuck that.
It's been interesting as well because I've actually done a bit of research into this because Rockstar is actually the headquarters is actually just down the road from me, and
you just learned that?
Oh no, I've known for ages.
I was gonna say, mate, I visit that every time I'm in Edinburgh. I'm waving outside. Hello.
Oh, please recognise me. Please sponsor me.
One thing that Stubzx is actually saying, 100 hours weeks, it is common, especially when a game of this caliber is coming out. But one of the things that has also been really interesting is we compared it to games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And that has just received some amazing acclaim. However, they didn't have the problem. And I think the main thing is this, is that I haven't played Assassin's Creed Odyssey myself. I don't know what it's like. But I've seen some of the stuff that you can do in Red Dead. And it's insane.
The detail in that game, like as I said, I've only played a couple hours. But the little things that I've noticed, I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, one of the guys who was working there, the guy who was in charge of making the snow, said he worked around 60-hour weeks, which is a bit above average of what people are making. But the difference is that let's look at another company that we talked about previously on the podcast who made people work 100 weeks, which was Telltale. They put a very hush hush thing about it. They didn't really want people to talk about it, but Rockstar's employees have been allowed to tweet about it fine.
Yeah, they've actually, I've seen a lot of comments from them, and they're saying like the 100 hours a week was just like it was I can't remember the head, but it's one of the head of the studios, and he accidentally said like 100 hours, and everyone was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? You making them make? Whoa, you can't make them work 100 hours. That's fuck. No." And then all the employees were like, "Well, actually, we weren't working 100 hours. We're working like some of us were working 60, 70, but we all chose to. It wasn't like you got to work sitting there with a whip in the back, you know." Like some kinky scene out of San Andreas.
It wasn't like AbsoluteScottish's basement.
No, it's Madcap's. Oh, sorry, Madcap's is pretty different.
No, I don't have a basement now.
You don't have a basement.
I've never had a basement.
I love that. It's not a case of it's like I don't have a basement right now. I've moved house.
He just corrected himself. He's like, wait, I don't have a basement at all. No, you fucking lie. You used to have a sex dungeon, right? You admit it now or live on the podcast. I've been there. My arsehole has not been the same.
But we saw Trusted stream earlier with his little cowboy hat and his little cowboy suit.
It was great actually. I watched. If you're only watching, this is amazing. If you were watching COD stream earlier, he had a full cowboy uniform on, and the best part, his whole stream was just him riding about in a train.
Yeah.
Can I just point out that Truss has always had those assless chaps and the cowboy hat. He was actually applied to be the Scottish version of the Village People a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, when I was watching and I was thinking, young man, there's no need to feel down or sad,
what do you
young
think
man.
He does in his spare time? He's either Triss or he's a cowboy with assless chaps smacking himself in the arse.
To be honest, I was wondering how he had it so quickly, so I realised he must have already owned that stuff.
Oh, he already owned it. He says he bought it off Amazon.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
so he says.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well, if I'm looking at the chat as well, I want to add a little thing as well. The crunch period, right? Now they say it is a very common thing in the industry, but Stubbs was saying just before podcast is that Odyssey didn't have a crunch period. Well, they did, but it's
quite surprising because like Ubisoft used to be one of the companies, and EA, they were like the worst ones for crunch periods.
but EA make the game like 6 weeks prior, then charge you for the rest of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Their crunch periods were horrible. Red Dead I can understand because it's such a detailed game. If Odyssey is anything like Origins, which I've heard is fucking amazing, so yes, I hear a can of brew. I heard the can of brew. Sorry,
It was me.
What was I talking about? Origins. Oh, the brew distracted me. Aye. So I blame the brew, mate. It's the temptation, you know. But aye. So Origins is apparently amazing, but there's a lot of the things that are very much the same as Odyssey is amazing, but a lot of it's the same as Origins, so it's quite easy to make. Whereas Red Dead's pretty much like, apart from the basis of the engine, it's built from the ground up, so it's a lot more work for them to do. But fuck me, that game is amazing. Your horse's balls shrink in the snow. That's all you need to know.
Well, one of the things I have seen is that one of my good friends, who's no word of a lie. Well, good friends. I haven't spoken to her in about 4 years. I'm saying good friend now because of it. But her name is in the credits.
Oh right, okay.
She was one of the main testers, which was really cool. So it was quite cool to actually like watch a video of the credits and just see her name pop up. That was pretty cool.
I like how suddenly it was like distant friend. It's like, I recognize that. Oh, I was good friends with her. Like,
Yeah.
she's my best pal.
Yeah.
We
We dated for 17 years. Like, was a napkin.
We started when we were 3.
But like, it's really funny as well because other people that have been streaming on IndiScots, like Yaldi and everything, he named it as a GTA 5 DLC. Looks really weird. And when you think about it, the base of the game, it is effectively just a reskinned GTA.
I mean, when you look back at every Rockstar game, it's essentially what it is. It's just got its own storyline. A lot of the Rockstar stories are pretty much the same, but they put their own little twist in it, and I enjoy them. Fuck it, I don't care.
Nice. And speaking of GTA as well, brings me on to my next topic. GTA 5, as well as some of the coders. Was it their name? Two Tone? Is that their name?
Oh, Take Two.
Take Two have issued cease and desist orders to mod and cheat makers. Well, not mod makers.
That,
One of them
not
was
only
Scottish.
that, they've raided some of them.
They
raided their houses.
There's been some people whose houses have been raided and their assets seized. If you don't know what that means, it means see your PC, bye-bye, and they're going to look through that PC to find evidence to condemn you.
They're gonna see
Do you know what?
all the porn.
I'm gonna tell you actually. This is one thing that kind of concerned me. Do you know what else they do? Who else they give cease and desist and have their assets seized to? Child paedophiles.
Oh.
So they're kind of they're being
Now,
treated.
that one I can agree with.
Yeah, I
That
can
one
understand that.
Oh no,
agree
but
with.
it's
Wish it was
the
that
fact
one,
that they're kind of getting treated on the same level.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of fucked up, especially when you think about it. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna cease your computer to try and stop you modding. I've got like it's on the internet. It's on my fucking Dropbox. Like, go get it. Guess what? Other people have it. Guess what? I'm a fucking coding genius. I coded it. I'll code another. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's become quite an interesting debate because it then brings up the topic of, okay, well, when does all this stuff come into the... Sorry, Estefaris' comment put me off there.
I can't see there's a pile of cans.
Is a child pedo different to a standard pedo?
I mean, I guess not. No.
No.
It is quite an interesting one because a lot of people are saying this shouldn't be happening. And on one side, I understand it from a law point of view because it's the same kind of like if you like, because a lot of people from the people who are making the cheats were making money off it. But if that's the case, if you weren't making any money off it, does it then make it okay?
It's not the making money off it that pisses Take Two off. It's that they've got their little shark cards and they want to make the money off it. And have you ever actually looked in how much shark cards make?
I don't think they make much.
No, they make hundreds of thousands a month.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're almost making $1 million a month off shark cards alone now. So that's why Take Two went after them, because they seen people getting free money and they're like, no, fuck this shit. No, you're not making money off losing us money. Fuck you, we're going after you. But those hackers, I see it as those hackers are just trying to make the game fun.
It is, yeah, like, but it also is like from being on the end where I've genuinely had someone try to wiggle themselves into my Xbox from hacking.
It's different kind of hacking.
Yeah.
I see the guys who go into GTA and just drop loads of money for people. They are
Oh yeah,
ethical hackers.
those are called gods.
Yeah, they are ethical hackers.
Yeah.
They're coming in and they're just like, whoa, Christmas time, make it rain, bitches. Yeah, here's some money, here's some money. Right, go enjoy the game now. You don't have to grind for the next 20 hours to buy a car. I've seen a lot of...
It is one of the things I never actually liked about GTA, and I don't know about Red Dead Redemption, because I know Red Dead actually has an online bit as well.
It's going to in like 2 or 3 weeks. Please, Rockstar, if you're watching this, Take-Two, get your finger out of that fucking pie. I know it feels warm and good. Get it out and just give us a decent online multiplayer.
We are still talking about pie here, right?
Card shit. I don't know. I know we lost Absolute Scottish when I mentioned pie. So,
Ooh, Scotch pie. Why do you think at Greg's all the pies have a hole in the middle?
Because wait, what?
Have you not noticed that?
Are people fucking pies in Greg?
Hold on, why
How are
are
you
we
trying to
going
get
off
at?
track here? Why are we going off track here into pies?
You brought us into pie, Scottish.
No,
Your
he's
fault.
talking about a hole in a pie or something.
Generally,
Are
at
you
Greg's
saying-
you get a hole in a pie. There's a
It's
hole in a
actually-
pie. Hole in two
Right,
sides.
Right, hold on, Viper. Are you saying that when you buy a pie from Greg's, you fuck it because it has a hole? I'm genuinely worried about this now. He's not answering. Like,
He's not, aye.
he's
Aye,
gone.
he's-
Oh,
he's-
he's
Okay.
gone.
defending
He's
someone.
gone.
He can't defend himself, right? He confirmed here. Viper fucks pies. I
Yeah,
heard he likes a pork pie, especially weirdly.
bit
enough.
like American pie. Eh?
Oh, the warm apple pie.
Yeah, but I actually
His
think you're
dad
right.
walks
Pork
in and
pie.
is fucking shit out of a pork
now
pie.
you're making me want apple pie.
Right,
Please
sorry.
stop.
I'm
Whoa,
sorry I couldn't
whoa,
reel this in.
whoa.
I'm gonna reel this in.
Pie after had it.
We're
30
talking
minutes
about
with it.
fucking pies and an absolute Scottish. Oh, I know what a pie now is. Wait.
All right, I'm gonna reel it in now. Sorry, someone came into my room. Just fuck me.
They offer you a pie.
You're not a pie. We don't want you.
Yeah, that it is one of the big things that I've seen online is a lot of people were saying with Red Dead Online, they hope that Rockstar and Take-Two have learned from their mistakes, because I'm pretty sure was anyone here during the early days of GTA Online?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember the fuck fest that was?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I remember
that-
sitting there for many hours just pressing A on the Xbox. Like, come on.
Even
on,
then-
get me into a game.
Even then, like if me and, like, for example, me and a few of my friends want to play GTA 5, we will be sitting there for 2 minutes waiting to join a game.
Oh, yeah.
And it is one of the things. Another thing people have been 2 more points on Red Dead. One thing is that some things people have been doing in Red Dead is goddamn hilarious because of the snow mechanics, and I'm just saying, very, very well done.
Monsieur Tonto,
Yeah.
as an example.
They just go ahead and draw cocks.
Yeah, because
and-
why not?
Because why not?
Why not? Why not?
Hold on. Did anyone here ever play Duke Nukem Forever?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. And you could draw with shit.
When you started the mission and went to the whiteboard, what was the first thing you drew? I drew a massive cock straight away.
Do you know in
You've got to.
I can't remember what game it was. I think it was Halo. One of the new ones. But you could write in the maybe it was Battlefield or Siege. I think it was.
Are you thinking Battlefield with the flame torch and you could draw a cock?
Yeah, I was when I did it, I was writing cunt all the time.
I wrote cunt quite a lot.
Yeah.
Did you
I'm actually sure if you'd done that in the campaign you got an achievement.
Did you?
I think so.
I never played it, but I know I used to try and communicate with my team and like draw arrows, and then I'd sometimes mislead them, and I'd just write, "If you got here, you're a cunt."
But there is one thing that is another thing that's has come under scrutiny, and this one I actually don't understand at all. Is people have been boycotting the game because I shit you not, because there's a female in it.
Wow.
Oh, Battlefield 1. Wait, what's it called? Battlefield 2? Battlefield.
Yeah, the one in the Second World War,
II?
isn't it, or something?
Yeah, whatever the fuck it's called.
Battlefield
what is it
5.
actually called?
Battlefield 5.
Is it Battlefield 5?
The one that's coming out.
It's 5.
So the
Yeah,
last
it's
one was
5.
Battlefield 1. Jesus Christ, Microsoft must have given them naming ideas.
But like, like, Killie, what do you think of that? We haven't heard you from much of you. What do you think of the whole boycotting because there's a female in it?
I think it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Perfectly honest with you.
It's
I could.
it's
I couldn't
ridiculous.
care less.
I bet the people that are boycotting it would not boycott it if you could get her in a bikini or get her nude.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. Look, you know full well someone's going to make a cheat, charge money for it,
Oh,
and
that's
then they're
good.
going to have it taken down to do that.
Yeah. Look at every Bethesda game ever made.
Oh, you go on Bethesda games, it's just tits. That's all. It is.
CBBE. It's just tits. You go into the mod store and it's just CBBE and then add-ons needing that mod. And I'm like, but I don't want my characters to have massive double D tits. I just want to get this outfit. No, you need the massive tits to fit it. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, if you, I haven't got Red Dead personally, but if you have got it, I hope you have fun with it. And because of the, you've got the PlayStation 4 exclusive, obviously. But if we're going from PlayStation, let's go now to Xbox, because Xbox is now bringing their Xbox Game Pass to PC.
See, this one's weird for me because I've got Xbox Game Pass and the Xbox, and I play the games on PC, and it's no problem.
Because it can
So I guess-
it can transfer because of your account,
Yeah.
can't it?
Yeah, so I was
But
like,
now-
well, what do they mean it's coming? Like they're putting it on
Yeah.
the store now? That's
Is it still one account? Is it $10, £10 a month? Does it
Yeah.
get you equal access to the PC and the Xbox? Do you pay extra for PC? I mean, I don't
pay
know.
for both. I pay on the Xbox and I get it on both.
Right, okay.
So I guess it's gonna be the same. Like I thought they always had it. I don't know how that works. But there's I don't know how they're gonna do it because there's a lot of games that aren't PC compatible on that list. So how are they gonna do that? Am I finally gonna get Gears of War 2 and 3 on PC? Epic.
See, I'd be tempted to sign up for that if I get them on the PC.
I would definitely. I would say it's worth it anyway. With like Forza Horizon 4 and shit like that. Xbox Games Pass is amazing. This is not an ad. I don't work for Microsoft. I
I don't have an Xbox,
Nah,
so
I
if
don't
I'm
have anything.
bothered.
There's only one person that we do ads for free, and it is Iron Brew.
Ah.
This podcast is unofficially sponsored by Iron Brew.
Right, are we the only ones with cans? What the fuck is wrong with you two?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I've got a glass of water.
You-
because I'm healthy. Remember what I said at the beginning?
You knew you were on the podcast.
Kelly, how dare you come on this fucking podcast with water?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Water.
It's
It
not
could have been
just
worse.
Killie, it's me
It
and
could have been
all.
worse. I could have had
Fuck
Dr.
you
Pepper.
both. Don't not. Next topic,
No, it's
please.
not, look. There's a little
Next
bit in it.
topic, please. I can't
I
believe you
mean,
just
I
said those
forgot.
words.
I spent my last £2.50
Oh,
on Iron Brew.
Mate,
Of
I spent the last of my money on Iron Brew just so we could represent our sponsor. And you're sitting here with water, and you mentioned the DP word, and it wasn't deep penetration or Deadpool, so we do not
Well,
care.
Speaking of something horrifying, on my stream, was it on Thursday? Someone suggested they'd bought Iron Brew and Dr. Pepper and we're going to mix them fucking together
No,
and drink them
that is
in one
sacrilege.
drink. It was
That
like,
is
I will
sacrilege.
mix cyanide into it so they can drink it, and I will force feed them it.
Can we talk about the fact that Stubbs' face is actually going red right now?
getting that angry.
Right, Agar, sorry. Let's.
Like, hold on. So,
We're okay. Wait. Hold
Red.
on. Wait, what?
red.
What's he doing to me?
Hey, we got a sub. I don't know if I should be thanking people for subs and bits right now. There's another thing you might not have noticed. We have a sub button, which means we can actually start doing stuff.
This,
Up
this,
high.
this way? Over here?
If
Vanessa,
be,
the noob.
be that way. Oh, it was my girlfriend who subbed.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks, Vanessa. You were
Thanks,
great in the
Vanessa.
podcast.
Right, next topic, and I'm kind of worried because this is the last one. It is coming
It's okay,
to the end of October, which means Halloween's obviously coming, but that also means there's now only 2 months left.
Halloween is coming in. The goose is getting fat.
Are we talking
What?
about? Are we talking about the goose? Are you? Oh,
Oh.
Mate, I'm already fat. I'm 2 steps ahead of that dude. It stands no chance.
he the second I mentioned the sub button, look at all the subs come in. We got Yaldi and we got Girly Charm. Thank you so much,
Oh
guys.
yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you, lads. Thanks
Thank you.
And ladette.
Ladette, yeah.
Everyone wants that amazing emote.
Yeah, I just realised as well, Cod's put himself on top of the bits bit.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, of
He's always
course.
going to be there. He's always going to
Is Con not on the top of everyone's bits
be
usually?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Kong and Cod have a bit of a war going on right now, I think.
But,
right, but that
what were you
because
gonna go on to?
it's coming on to the end of the year, it means Game of the Year is coming soon. So I'm going to ask you. I want you to take a little second to think about this. So I want you to think of your Game of the Year candidate and why. People in the chat as well, we're going to get you on this as well. So if you've got a Game of the Year candidate, tell us why you got your Game of the Year candidate, and we'll see what we can do.
Just remember, Red Dead cannot be included because the votes have already been counted. So actually isn't involved. That's next year.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the cut.
So basically,
or something.
we're talking Spider-Man back.
Spider-Man.
Oh, what fucking games! I'm gonna try and think what games were actually released this year.
Aye.
It's quickly to Google.
Google.
There's a
what was
lot
it?
of games came out this year. I mean, I would love to say like Red Dead 2 or like.
I'm gonna.
Fallout 76, but
right.
they're not.
Tell you
They
what.
don't count.
I'll start, just because just so you guys but my one is very controversial.
Oh really?
And look at Estevarius already go.
I like controversial.
Game of the Year for me, and I can't believe I'm saying this because I actually hate the game myself. It's Fortnite.
Oh,
That was
Okay,
released 2017, was it not?
well,
But
it's still
it
there.
can-
Okay, can we? Okay, I actually filled out one of the forums, and Fortnite was on there for like esports game of the year. So if you want that to be your esports game of the year, then alright.
But the reason I say that it maybe could be Game of the Year this year is because look how much money it's pulled in. I can guarantee you it's probably made more than every other game out there. And the only reason it has done that is because Red Dead Redemption 2 has only been out for a couple of days.
Aye, Red Dead Redemption.
in the end, it comes to a people's vote, and I don't think that'll all out win game of the year.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be up.
Like, being honest, my personal preference, if I could really choose, and like if I would choose Spider-Man, just because you guys already know how much I fucking love Spider-Man.
Oh.
But if it's like, oh, I just saw what Vanessa said, and that's a good point.
I
Could be
just seen my one. I don't know if it's the same one of Vanessa said.
but yeah,
I was going to say Detroit.
Detroit Become Human's another one. But for my choice, it is Fortnite, just because of the sheer amount it makes, but also just the sheer amount of players it has right now. Now, don't get me wrong, I fucking hate the game,
Yep.
but that's my pick for Game of the Year.
All right, I've got mine.
What's yours then?
Purely to piss off Truss, Metal Gear Survive.
No comment needed. Killie?
Nah, and
Right.
honestly, God of War. God of War's got to be the game of the year. Metal Gear Survive, amazing game. Everyone should buy it. Everyone should play it. Tell Truss at COD8MyDog on Twitter how amazing that game is. Thank you and good night.
Sorry, what was that game again?
Metal Gear Survive. Go download it now. It's amazing. Trust me. It's the best Metal Gear game ever made.
I'm just about to tweet that to him now.
I've still never played a Metal Gear game.
Play Metal Gear Survive. Trust me, you'll love it.
Would that make you want to play over? Think?
Yeah, fuck the rest of the Metal Gear games. They were all absolute shite. They had like no story or
Okay,
anything. Metal
nope.
Gear Survive, on the
Okay,
other hand,
nope,
it's-
I'm stopping you now. Just more the fact of I am actually a bit of a Metal Gear fan.
Mate, I love
Metal Gear Survive can suck a cock.
Mate, Metal Gear Survive pissed me off too, but let's just see how mad Truss is in the chat.
Yep.
Yeah, he's burned that man.
I achieved. It worked well for me. And also, I
Right.
mentioned Metal Gear, and he's not on the podcast,
So
so,
we've
you can't
got-
talk about it for 20 minutes and
We've
defend
got Fortnite, God of War. Kelly, what you thinking?
I've got to be honest. I love Quantic Dream, so it's got to be Detroit being human, Become Human for me. I just love. I know some people hate them with a passion, but I just
The story was something else.
yeah. Well, that's it. I love the stories in them. So, and I haven't actually played Spider-Man yet, so I might have changed my mind if I'd actually played Spider-Man, but I've not.
I've not played God of War or Spider-Man. I'm just going for God of War because I want that game so badly. Quantic Dream. Now, they made Heavy Rain and
Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls. Okay.
And Fahrenheit as well. Was that not the
Oh,
first one?
Fahrenheit was the first one. Yeah, that was actually
Yeah.
a really good game.
What,
I thought.
Fahrenheit, the team that pumped everyone at Resonate?
But Fahrenheit was a good game. But okay, yeah, in my head it was between those two games anyway, God of War, Detroit Become Human, because that game looks amazing. And they make amazing games. I've not played one Quantic Dream game where I've been like, this is shite.
I've loved.
I
As I
played-
said, I've loved all of them. They're great every year. Every year one comes out, it's one of the first games I always make sure I buy when it comes out.
Well, Fahrenheit was actually one of the latest game that I've played from them. Like,
I played Fahrenheit after Two Souls, and
yeah, so did I. That's what I mean.
You just made a really fucking weird noise, Stubbs.
Yeah,
I
no,
was, I was sitting going, what the fuck was that?
I do that sometimes. I don't know why, but yeah, I played Fahrenheit after I'd played all those, and it was still amazing, even though it's like a really old game.
Yeah.
people are giving it shit in chat, but they don't know games.
Yeah.
Fail.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys in chat.
Yeah, fuck off.
You don't know how good Metal Gear Survive is. Come on, guys.
And Absolute, what's your...
Oh, well, it's between
Flipper?
two games.
What games are
House
those?
Flipper, isn't it?
You guessed. For development, I would say House Flipper
Mhm.
because it's actually went quite far since it came out in July. I mean, they've added quite a lot of stuff, and there's less bugs than there was. You know, they've done quite well in the matter of 4 months, 5 months.
I mean, I've got to be honest. Like, I played House Flipper when it first came out, and I got addicted to it for like 3 days. But then I
Yeah.
bought the biggest house, and I was like, oh, okay, done.
Yeah, it does. It gets quite addictive, but then when you've got the biggest house, it's just game over.
Yeah,
But I think they will add more houses to that, hopefully.
I hope so, because that could be a really good game once it's finished.
Another game that's
And-
been like that is like
Oh,
Overclockers or something. Is that what it's called? It's like PC building simulator.
Oh yeah, that's what I think that's what it's
PC
called.
Building
PC
Simulator,
Building
yeah.
Simulator. Yeah.
That's quite a good one as well.
PC building simulator
Um,
has received some really good reviews.
Yeah.
It's a weirdly good game, yeah. As somebody that used to build PCs for a living and still enjoys building PCs, I love that shit. I was like, I'm gonna build the maddest PC I can get. Yeah, this is gonna be my PC. And it's all real parts and shit that they use too, so I like that.
Yeah. I would also say Forza, the new Forza 4.
It is a very beautiful game.
I mean, I've not played it myself. I really, really want to
Is it
play it,
eligible though?
but
It only came out
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago, didn't it?
I think it
maybe.
is eligible. No, it is because when I was filling out I can't remember which magazine it was for, but I was filling out one of the Game of the Year ones, and Forza was there. Hello, kitty.
Do you want to say hi to the cat?
Aye, shows your pussy, mate.
Come here. Come
Shows
here,
your
you.
pussy. Come on, shows that ginger pussy that we want to see so much. I could just see her like popping out just behind the IndiScots logo.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
There you go.
You know
Oh,
what's quite-
Killie, you got a gift and a sub halfway through.
Thank you, Truss. I love you.
Are we getting? I actually can't see there's a tower of cans blocking my chat. Yes, man, ginger pussy. My big fluffy pussy's
Yeah.
outside. It needs
So
a
this
shave.
this
man,
is
I swear.
Garfield. Everyone say hi to Garfield. This is his
Hello,
cameo.
Garfield.
Of course, you
Gar-
have a ginger cat called Garfield.
I'm not very original, mate, is it? Come on.
Yeah.
I didn't name him. I just want to put that out.
Okay, yeah. Fine,
And
then,
as
fine.
But can I just point something out as well? The main Viper are actually on the right side of the logo, so the borders where I come from at the bottom where I am, and then Viper is on the top there from Edinburgh, and then you've got Stubzx at that corner
Yeah,
from the
I'm
Isle
on
of
my-
Lewis.
You've already
right
fucked
at the
up.
top.
I know. I'm
Did I?
on my way island.
So basically,
Yeah.
right. So Stubbs is over there next to the island that does not exist. Killie's near wherever the fuck he is. You're down at the borders, and I'm where I am.
Aye,
I'm nowhere fucking near where I'm living.
Yeah, I don't know
you
where the
know.
hell you live, so
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm up the northwest. It counts, right? Also, can I just congratulate our wonderful host here, Viper, who, for his very first time actually hosting the podcast, managed to point in the right fucking direction.
what? Stubbs,
Trust.
Killie.
Yes, Ross.
Ross, who
Yeah.
for 20 odd weeks still goes, this.
Can I point this out though? To be fair, I've always been in this corner. This is my own corner, so I've actually learned that Holy Stubbs is on here, and whoever is the guest is down here, and Cod is down there.
I still don't know what direction to post for what. It's reversed for me, so.
I'm always in this corner. I don't know why.
Because I put you in that corner, right? I put myself up here, and
Yes.
I try and keep. If
Gosh.
somebody's been in that corner before, I try and put them in the same corner so everyone knows where people are. You know. We've all got our own little corners here. We all.
Oh, I did it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you pointed up at me. What were you pointing at me for? What?
I was trying to
We're
point
just-
it
we're
out
just
for you, and then I
pointing,
fucking pointed the wrong way.
What are we doing now? We're just
Pointing at people.
Trust his excuse. Trust his excuse. He does it on purpose.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
all right. And I used to get
purpose.
boners in high school on purpose. Yeah, sure. Sitting at the back of business management just before we stand up, and I give myself an erection. Yeah, okay. That's
We've went way
Michael
off topic
excuse.
right now, haven't we?
We have.
I was given a job
Down
to
the
keep.
rabbit hole.
I was given a job to keep this thing going all over,
No,
but it
you're
looks like
specific- Your specific job was to keep me
Yeah.
under control.
Yeah, it's all
Good luck
Stubzx.
with that.
blame my cat and blame someone who came in my room. Okay. Right.
No, blame the hole in the pie. Because that's what formally started it off.
No, he mentioned holes in pies, and I got fucking pies, so we went far.
Guys, just so you know as well, anyone in chat, if you want us to answer a question, there is a room in the chat room. It's called Podcast Questions. If you have any questions, please post them there. Please do, because I'll be perfectly honest, I'm starting to run out of things to talk about. So,
That's all right. We've got plenty to talk about. Don't you worry. All the questions
one
are
thing I
always
will quickly add as well is that starting November 1st,
fun. Bastard.
the
you
new schedule comes in, which means there will be a stream every single day on the
Damn
IndiScots
right.
podcast, which means we will now be a proper network. So I just also realised I can't remember the order. So
I've got it.
So-
I've got it. I'm the prepared one
Okay,
here. I
go for
don't
it.
just drive it off forwards. I'm prepared, right? Don't worry.
Sure.
I'm professional. So, starting from November 1st, we will be live on twitch.tv/IndiScots with starting on November 1st, obviously, with a little bit of Tonto. So, basically, from Monday through Friday, it will be from 8 till 11. That is starting with Monsieur SMViper, who likes to fuck a pork pie now and again. We have
Sorry, what?
Tuesday-
I do
Whether
not
you
not
stream or
fuck
not.
pork pies.
No, that was on the podcast earlier. You do fuck pork
That's
pies,
in my
you know
note.
that.
All right, so
Yeah.
hold on. So the days that I was the 30 seconds that somebody came into the room and I had to tell them to not right now, you were talking about how I fuck pork pies. Is that what was going on?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, okay.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So Mondays is me. Tuesdays.
It is Yaldi
Mhm.
with his little suck emote. On Wednesday, we have Senior Codate, my dog, probably in his assless chaps with a dildo shoved up his booty. We have Tonto, the legend himself, on Thursdays. On Fridays, we have a Glasgow Gaming with his collection of brew cans that he also fucks. On Saturday, we have the supposed over 40s night, which I'm not invited to, with Stubzx, and that will be going from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. And of course, on Sundays,
It's a
You have-
podcast.
all of us on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
And you also
definitely.
have Jackbox, porn, or Cards Against Humanity.
I reject the notion of
Afterwards.
porn.
I don't.
Speaking
I'm
of over
100% behind
40s
that.
night as well, on the 10th and the 24th of November, we have our relay streams. So if you want to get a part of that, get into our Discord and book yourselves a slot. If you're wondering what the relay stream is, it's exactly what it sounds like. So from noon till midnight, we will have people streaming at 2-hour slots. So if you want that 12 till 2 thing, you just ask for it in the little Discord chat and we'll put it out for you. I would love for someone's asking to type out Madcap already.
Can I also put in on a Wednesday night at 6 p.m. on youtube.com/IndiScots, I believe it is.
Oh, this
No,
is your
Yep.
show now, isn't it?
Starting on the 7th, because the 31st is a Wednesday and we're not privileged enough to do it on the 31st. So starting the 7th, I will be uploading on the YouTube channel at 6 p.m. every Wednesday night with just a roundup of news.
Give us the name of the show.
I think it's IndiScots. That's what we decided.
Thank
Indie
you. That's what I
Thoughts.
was waiting for. I was like, that name's a belter and you're missing out on it. What the fuck?
Yeah, we decided to
Indie
call it
Thoughts.
after the first one with Scots with script, nope, we decided that's not a good name for it. So we decided to change the name and go with IndiScots, and everybody agreed on it, and we all love it.
Because IndiScots is an amazing name. Come on,
It
mate.
does.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, another thing to point out, guys, as well, is that on November 1st, the new member system in the Discord and with IndiScots is coming in. So
Oh, yes.
every month, all we ask for you is to get 600 points to make sure you are a member for the upcoming times. It's really easy to get the 600 points. One of the easiest ways to do it, fun enough, is through the relay stream. So if you stream for 1 hour on the relay stream, or even if you're on the podcast, that gives you 300 points. So if you do a 2-hour slot, that's 600 points. That is your slot already booked. Simple as that. There's also point systems that I cannot remember in the chat, and I can't remember. I'm not doing very well with the point
You
system.
guys not saved the file yet with it all on? Come
Oh,
on.
I have.
We
man.
have.
Again, I'm ahead,
Stubbs has
right?
got it.
So what do you need? What do you need? Come on, come to me.
The
I'm your
point
dealer.
system.
I mean,
Right.
Um,
Would you want to explain everything else apart from the relay stream?
okay. Okay. So we're introducing a new peer system. Not a peer system. New tier system, point system, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So you collect an egg each. Wait, is it an egg? I can't remember. Anyway, so basically, the points you will earn. I don't know if any of this has changed, so Trust can shout at me in the chat, and I won't read it. If it's wrong. So to be a member, it requires 600 points. So that is, as you are as a streamer, an entertainer, you do what you do. And so to earn the points, a stream on the IndiScots channel is 300 points an hour. That also includes relay streams, if I'm right.
Yeah.
And then for the podcast, it's another 300 because this is an hour-long podcast. As long as Viper can keep me under control and I don't completely.
We've
blow
got
it out
20
to
minutes
2 hours.
left, all right? We're doing all right.
Yeah, we'll see if you can stop me. For if your clip is chosen to be uploaded to our social media, that is clips, memes, it could be anything that we put in the social media. That is a 50-point bonus. Yes, that's right. We have bonus points, folks. We have bonus points.
Bonus points.
There's a part there that I'm going to ignore because I don't know if we're still doing that. And that's another part that we don't do, so I'll get rid of both of those. But yeah, 600 members. So if you do one relay stream and you do 2-hour slot, you are a member.
To answer,
So that's
to
all we need
answer
know,
what
I think.
Kiara's saying as well, who keeps track of the points?
Sierra.
Sierra.
Yeah.
Sierra,
people
okay.
do-
Get it right.
I swear people do it. She's probably going fucking mental right now. Kiara, why the fuck would you call me Kiara?
Here, now you know how I feel when people spell my name with an S.
People do mine EW.
Right,
I'm like, fuck off.
questions in the question room. If you want to your question answered, ask right away now. So I think MyCap says, I think that calling them member points is sexist. What about all of the IndiScots users who do not have members? Very insensitive.
Mate, it's 2018. The official religion is Stubzxianity, as much as Trust would disagree. We accept everyone, no matter what. There is no homophobia, there is no sexism, there is no racism. It is all just love. Unless you're madcap, then you can fuck off.
Other one as well is Zavnak asks, can we talk about why we don't listen to random people who say fuck off?
I was waiting for you to read that one.
Okay,
There is a good one.
so we don't listen.
Sierra's going mental, apparently.
So we don't listen to people who write on the floor in Dark Souls because they tell you to jump off cliffs, and because it's your first playthrough, you do that and you die.
Oh, I had a similar situation in that PlayStation 4 exclusive Dark Souls game, whatever the fuck it was called. Yeah, Bloodborne, that was it, I think. Yeah, I read a tip on the floor that just said run in here, so I ran in there. There's a big guy and he ripped me in half. Thanks, whoever that asshole was.
Oh look, he's posted the clip.
Oh, what?
Of course, yeah, we need the clip for context. But there is a good question here by Grunvold? I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's one of those O's with a line through it.
Oh, that's Kong. Is it Kong? Kong Grunvold?
Grunvold? I don't know.
Oh.
It just says Grunvold. But anyway, the question is thoughts. Sorry if I fucked your name up. I'm very well known for that. But yeah, thoughts about the removing of Apu from The Simpsons because viewers complaining that the character promotes racial stereotypes of people of Indian and Asian descent.
That's all. That's what The Simpsons is, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's
Can I
the
just
case,
stop-
then they can take out Willie as well.
Yeah, I need to take Willie out.
Yeah.
But if they took Willie out, I'd be fucking raging. That's the thing, though.
Yeah.
He's every Scottish stereotype, and it's like,
We love it. We
but the
love the
question-
stereotype.
I love Willie. Willie's my favorite character, man. I fucking love Willie.
You just clip that shit. Clip that shit.
That shit. Clip that shit.
But
Like,
no,
you thought
it's
about
like
that?
like
Yeah,
th-
you should.
this whole like I was talking about this earlier in a separate group, is that we're living in the snowflake generation, and
Yes.
the thing is, right, I actually understand a lot of it. I do understand, like I to some extent I get, you know, the whole gender neutral, the intersex. I understand it, and for me it's always like, if you want to live your life that way, feel free to live your life that way. If that's what makes you comfortable and makes you happy, do that. I don't give a fuck, right? Because it doesn't affect me. But when it comes to the fact of, you know, like when Kleenex changed their thing from man size to
That
to
was
extra
recent.
large, I understood that, because it is in a way it is a bit sexist, but it's the same reason that Yorkie don't do the, you know, not for girls bars anymore.
Oh no.
I understand
I
that,
forgot about that
but
shit.
when I'm in Tesco and I see ginger people, I'm like gingerbread people, like
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were on a bit.
I was really
Like,
where's
like, what the fuck is that?
It's
But,
like it's like when I'm when I'm in Tesco and I see ginger people,
I just go up and punch them for no reason. Tell them to go get a soul and run off.
So when you were on the topic there about racism, who saw the video that was on Twitter?
well,
I think it
that
was-
narrows it down, mate.
I think it was on Facebook as well. There was a woman
Okay, cheers.
stopping. No, there was a woman stopping a. I don't want to sound racist, but
Careful with your
Please
words
be.
now.
Yeah.
If it sounds, if you think it's going to be racist, don't say it.
Just don't
Yeah.
use a racist word. Where was the person from?
If you want, if they said the N word, just say
Okay.
they said the N word.
we could say it was East African or something, okay? And
Okay,
then
she's
she
black.
was
Yeah, okay.
yeah, she was stopping the male getting into the apartments because she was at the door already, and she was just stopping the male going in the apartments because she didn't believe that he lived there because it was a white gated community.
Oh, dude, that's a regular occurrence
But
over
see,
in America.
but with that thing, right? There's a little actually here. This is one you can clip and everything. Actually, there's a little thing I just want to give to these middle class entitled white people who call 911 when they see a black family having picnic.
Oh yeah, I
It's
saw that.
it's four words.
Unreal.
It's 4 words, and I'm just going to ask you. These 4 words are mind your fucking business.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've just got two. I've got 2 words for them too. Fuck yourself.
But
Yeah,
I can add 2 more. Wait, 3 more. Racist piece of shit. There we go.
yeah, exactly.
you know-
just
I'm going to read out Madcap's thing here now because I want to talk about it. By 2030, there will be nothing left that resembles humour or an opinion or a scientific absolute fact because it hinders people's abilities to pretend they have willies.
Yeah, okay.
The thing is, right, I totally understand transgender. I understand that 100%. I understand a lot of other things as well. But it's the fact that people are now getting so upset over the smallest things. I'm like, what's going on here?
See, one of the things that I find funny about it is, for years, like when I was younger, shut up before any cunt says anything.
So 1961.
We're talking about the
It's
early
okay.
2000s.
We know you served in the military police when the bombs dropped in Blitzkrieg. You know, it's
Fuck up. We're talking about the 2000s, right? So it wasn't that long ago. But I feel like we're trying to get rid of like labels and that kind of shit, you know? It's like, don't stick a label to someone. Oh, don't label that person. Don't label that person. Now we want individual little labels.
okay.
Fuck off.
So we've also got another question from Madcap. Who'd win in a fight between Yaldi and Killie?
oh.
What?
Yaldi.
Yaldi's a fucking giant. He will.
My money's on Yaldi.
Yeah.
He's fucking-
My money's on Yaldi.
I would. Well, I put my money to Killie or Hagrid's cousin.
Exactly.
Easy fucking choice.
I
Come on.
want to take the quote for Hagrid's cousin. That's my quote.
Okay, so what I think we should do
It was
then
his. Yeah.
is, since it's hot in the thing just now, we should have a YouTuber fight, but instead premiere it on the Isle of Man, or sorry, the Isle
He's from the Isle of Lewis.
Yes.
Racist.
Man.
Racist. Hold on. Isle of Man.
They're fucking
Isle of
English.
Man.
Fuck you.
Hold on. Isle of Man. How
Isle of
sexist.
Person, we call it
Isle
now,
of
my
Yeah,
Person.
they're changing the name of it soon. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Can we start a petition to get the Isle of Man changed?
Probably. You can
There you
start
go.
a petition for fucking anything these days.
Pretty much, yeah.
You reckon Killie could
Theresa
take...
May to flash her fanny during the elections.
Madcap says he reckons Killie could take Viper. Yeah, but Viper also has years of MMA and martial arts experience, so...
So I'm not taking Viper. I'll take. Trust as a black
I'll-
belt. Shit.
I'll
I'll
take
take
you,
Absolute
Stubbs.
Scottish.
I'll
Alright.
take you. Come on
I'll
then.
take you.
Let's go for it.
Viper and Trust can go then. They've both got martial arts.
Nipple off.
Whoa,
Nipple
yeah,
off.
they're not allowed to take
nipple off.
part.
Yeah, I'm not fighting it. I was thinking, oh, I'll take on Trust. Fuck, wait, he's got black belt.
Aye,
Shit, I'm
aye.
not taking him on.
Actually,
That's-
that's a good idea, Viper. I'll just bring my dad to, bring off his stop to distract Stubs.
Oh, mate, they'd just be a third fist aiming for you then.
It's good we're talking
Trust
about
me,
this.
man, I wouldn't need my fist. I'd just thrust forward and they'd be poking the fuck out of you.
It's good
Oh,
actually
don't worry.
because on the whole topic of this as well, especially with Red Dead Redemption and everything coming up, or the out. There was another topic I saw that was what the fuck? Why am I playing with a lock? There was a topic I was.
Where's my
It
cock?
is. It's about represent. I said lock. You dirty
Well, I'm
fuck.
playing with my cock, right? I'm playing with my cock. Leave me alone.
Just leave
I
it
was-
on your head like
I
normal.
was. It's about representation in media and in gaming, and this is where you need to speak. We'll discuss, as in, on one hand, you've got inclusion, and it does make sense, to include everybody and to not single anybody out, like with films and everything, and just cast who you want to cast and who's probably the best for the role. On the other hand, if you're making a film based in 1600s China, it makes no sense to then cast a bunch of white people.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So on that point, there was, I think you're referring to the movie recently where there was
The Great Wall was it or something?
no, there was a story about a trans. It was a movie about a trans person. Some big actress got it. Can't remember her name.
Oh no, that was it wasn't it. I know what we're going to talk about, but no, it was the guy who plays Newt Scamander in I think it's called The Duchess, and it was Newt Scamander, and he played a man wanting to be a woman.
Oh yes.
I think that's when
See,
you're talking about.
I just find it dumb that yes, okay, you want movies made they can never win because they complain there's not enough movies about trans people and their story and their battles. But then they put a big actor in to pull in because it's the same with the pay thing. Actors aren't paid for the role; they're paid for who they are. If I'm in a movie alongside Robert Downey Jr., I'm not going to get paid the same amount as him, even if I do more hours. I'm not getting paid the same amount as him. He's a fucking bigger name. I'm like, holy shit, it's Robert Downey Jr. You're getting paid more than me. No shit.
Cocaine?
Yeah. No, that's old Robert Downey Jr. Although if I'm working with Charlie Sheen, I'm just high off being around him.
Yeah. The
He
way
admits cocaine.
I'll make a statement right now, and I think this is actually probably a good way to say it. If it doesn't hinder the character, cast who the fuck you want. If it hinders the character, and I mean I'll put it this way, right? Let's take How to Train Your Dragon, right? I'm a big fan of the series. I should know his name. There's a character in it. I can't remember his name. He's for comedic value. He's an old guy. He was besties with the High Chieftain. In How to Train Your Dragon 2, it was hinted at that he was gay. But it didn't hinder the character at all. But when you force something such as a gay relationship and it actually starts to hinder, I don't see in any way how it would hinder, but if it starts to hinder the character's progression and it clearly is just a case of inclusion, then...
Well, wasn't what's his name in Harry Potter gay? Wasn't Dumbledore gay?
Yeah, Dumbledore's gay, but a lot of people have
but they literally never mention it.
Yeah, but a lot of people have then been pointing out the inaccuracies that has then caused.
I know.
Is
I,
in-
I wouldn't even say it was just put there. I heard Dumbledore was gay, and I was like, oh, okay.
But is it, a lot of people were annoyed at that because apparently it actually hindered the story. I don't see how it hindered the story, but apparently so.
I never hear him talking about his ex-wife. Like, what the fuck? How's it hinder the story?
But is,
It's the same as like an Archer when you find out his fucking assistant's gay. It's like they never specifically say it, but you know.
but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, when it doesn't change the plot or anything, then it's fine. But when you can tell it's forced, then it gets a bit problematic.
See, I don't understand. Like, oh, it's not a trans actor. It's like, well, okay, can you name one A-list trans actor?
Laverne Cox. Well,
Is that-
A-list. She was in Orange is the New Black. Does that count?
Aye, the big bird from Ireland. Okay, yeah. I would say
The
she's
big
the-
bird from Orange.
Well, she is. I mean, what can I say? Hold on. Doesn't she? No. She actually doesn't. She have a twin brother who's still a guy, and he actually appears in Orange is the New Black.
No, that was her.
What, is that her?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was her.
I thought that was. I thought the story was it was like a twin brother. Maybe I'm completely fucking it up.
Richard O'Brien, apparently.
No idea who that is.
And in terms of the whole, I'm reading chat as well when they're talking about James Bond, and they hope they don't make it a female. Right now, this is very specific, right? Do not make James Bond female if you're saying James Bond is one person. However, if you subscribe to the theory, like I do, that James Bond is a code name, and that's how we've had all these different actors, fair enough.
Oh, Richard O'Brien's in the fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show. Right. Okay.
But no,
The handyman. Right,
I'm
okay.
gonna go off here and ask you a question. Who's ever watched Scott Squad?
Oh, that's the show with Grado in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that the two cops going about?
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
more than-
concept.
I've seen clips. Sorry.
So, in November, I think it's the 17th. Yeah, Saturday the 17th of November. I get to meet them, and I get to host a panel with two of the actors and the writers.
Please tell me it's the woman who was in Balamory.
I have no idea. I have no idea who it's going to be yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
In terms of what Captain Whiskey saying is exactly. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but James Bond is a code name. It makes perfect sense. But it's also the same recently because it came up with Doctor Who as well.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't mind the changing of actors of James Bond and anything. Daniel Craig is good. My James Bond's Pierce Brosnan because that's who I grew up with. Fucking Killie laughing, right? What's wrong with Pierce Brosnan? Fucking go on.
You never grew up with him. You were fucking in your 30s when Pierce Brosnan was on. Didn't he talk shit, man? you grew up with fucking.
You grew up with
I
Sean
don't know,
Connery.
George
Right,
Lazenby or something
it was
like that.
Sean Connery, right? It was Sean Connery.
But,
I want to say he's the best Bond purely because he's Scottish, but I grew up with
Yeah.
Brosnan. That's who I like. I like his movies.
We've got another question from X Vanak.
It's
X
12
Vanak.
Zabnak.
Yeah, it's Vanak. For the question for Stubzx and Viper,
Mm-hmm.
how do you grow your facial hair? Because he's young, he's a young boy and wants to grow some.
Right, I actually know Zabnak. I actually know Zabnak personally, and I want to apologise, Zabnak, because it doesn't look like it's going to happen to you. But
Yeah.
what you do, right, is see any hair you've got lying about the house. This is like dog hair. Like if you need to go to your brother and shave off his pubes, you then get some super glue and you go.
Stubbs is just no, don't do that. I have no idea what the fuck they're saying.
Right, it is coming up to 10 o'clock, which means the podcast is almost at an end. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank Stubzx, Killie, and Absolute Scottish. Absolute, do you want to do another quick plug for your show and your little panel? The panel you're doing with the Scott Squad guys?
No, it's good. I'll speak to Trust before I go further into any more information about it.
Stubbs,
but
what?
remember,
I'm still terrified about the thought that you have pubes on your face.
I I wasn't going to say anything.
This is natural, mate. This is 100% godly natural, right? The key to growing a beard is puberty does you right.
Yeah.
Although it done me wrong, so I mean you can't win. I drew a short straw and a long straw, so I mean, if you want to grow a beard, shave your head. There you go.
I just want to remember you guys that stay tuned because we are going into Jackbox. So stay tuned to play some Jackbox, and if you're a member already in the IndiScots Discord, come and join us in the Discord chat. We will be down there. So yeah.
I'm a dickhead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But yeah.
Double A dickhead, yeah.
But yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, thanks Stubbs, thanks Killie, thanks Absolute. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with some Jackbox. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Built this network.
Built this network on
Scots. We're so.
Hey, built this network.
Built this network.
Yes, I don't know what the fucking words are.
Built the network.
Yeah.
Built the network.
IndiScots in big letters.